Next on WVUA News at 5, America is mourning the untimely death of an actor famous for his role in the Fast and Furious movies.
And what drugs has the college students running to the pharmacies and why? We'll have the answer.
And the weather outside may be frightful today, but stay tuned to see if it will be that way all week. The news is next.
From the campus of the University of Alabama, live, local news. From Alabama's home team, this is WVUA News at 5.
Thanks for joining us. I'm Hannah Ward.
And I'm Brandon Rafor. College campuses throughout the United States are seeing an increase in the use of one prescription drug.
In tonight's top story, Katie Malone takes us inside the lives of local students to find out what this medication is and why it's used so often.
Not just school, but everything, your performance and everything goes down when you're not on it.
University of Alabama student Will McAdams is talking about antidepressants. He's been taking them since he was a freshman in high school, but he is just one of thousands that are on this type of medication. According to studies, the number of students on antidepressants is growing.
25 to 50% of students are coming to universities already on some type of antidepressant medication. We've seen a significant increase, I'll just say, in the number of students and individuals in general on these medications.
Based on these statistics, the University of Alabama alone has over 13,400 students on antidepressants. So are students doing too much?
If you're having these kind of issues, it gets overwhelming really quickly. So if you're not really on point, then there's a mountain of work and you're just sunk.
There's such emphasis on resume building and achievement, particularly overachievement. So sleep gets sacrificed, which is so critical. Time is never enough.
Harcrow adds that there are natural ways to combat depression, including getting a full 7 hours of sleep per night, regular exercise, relaxation therapy, prayer, and social support. For the University of Alabama, I'm Katie Malone reporting.
Students at the University of Alabama who are experiencing symptoms of depression may seek help from the UA Counseling Center. The search for a missing Homewood teen came to a tragic end today.
Reporter Taylor Ray joins us now in the studio with details. Taylor?
While searching Lake Martin in Coosa County, authorities say they found 16-year-old Greg Godwin's body. Friends and former classmates of the teen gathered today in Montgomery to pray for his safe return. The 16-year-old reportedly duck hunting on Thursday downtown. Godwin, a 10th grader, had recently moved with his family to Birmingham suburb of Homewood. We're bringing more details as they become available. Reporting live in the studio, I'm Taylor Ray.
Thanks, Taylor. Turning now to news from around the nation. Fast and Furious star Paul Walker is dead at the age of 40.
Walker was a passenger in a Porsche Carrera GT that crashed into a tree and burst into flames on Saturday. The accident happened just 30 yards away from the charity event he was hosting. Both Walker and his friend, who was driving, were pronounced dead at the scene. The production of Walker's most recent project, Fast and Furious 7, is now postponed, and the July 2014 premiere is now delayed. Many students and fans flood the University of Alabama on Saturdays to participate in game day activities.
Reporter Caitlin Chastain introduces you to a new family whose game day have a much bigger meaning.
It's really important for the main characters to stand out.
Elizabeth Lybrook spends a lot of her time here.
So it's easier to do things like use gradients and...
She is a University of Alabama student, and drawing is her passion. She never knew her passion would land her a job much bigger than herself.
Because it definitely changed their lives as long as it changed mine.
She's describing this book, Angels Yell Roll Tide. Elizabeth illustrated the pages alongside author Darla Hall. In this story, many memories are captured in words and art.
It's a very heartfelt story about two boys who actually lived in Alabama, and each of them suffered from childhood cancer at a very young age.
For the boys Ryan, Hunter, and Thomas, this book was their reality. But the one thing that kept them going was right behind these concrete walls: Alabama football.
And Darla wrote this amazing book of all of our experiences, and it just means the world to me that Ryan and Hunter and Thomas are being remembered for them.
The book highlights some of the boys' happiest moments. Ryan's sister Jackie says that's what she loves most about the writing.
That's who he was and what he did and all the memories that he had. There was nothing less of it and nothing more of it.
And it also features the moments the boys fought to live for.
He said, "I'm going to make it to the last game. Going to make it to the last game." And he made it. He pushed every week to go to that game.
Ryan Kitchens did make it to see that last game air. It was the national championship, and that last memory gave his mother great comfort.
I can't say cancer won. He won, and he's watching from above, along with Thomas and her.
Author Darla Hall knew the boys personally and spent countless hours working with Elizabeth to capture the greatest memories from cover to cover.
The greatest feeling of all is just to hear the parents and what they say and how they hope that the book inspires other people to learn more about childhood cancers.
For the University of Alabama, I'm Caitlin Chastain reporting.
You can buy Angel's Yale Roll Tide at the University of Alabama Supply Store. 50% of the profits are given to various childhood cancer foundations.
Still to come on WVUA News at 5.
You're looking at the WVUA Tower Cam. We could have a rainy week ahead of us. Find out straight ahead in Alabama's home team forecast.
And it was an Iron Bowl for the books. We'll have all the latest sports news in Alabama home team sports.